Hey everybody, we are Destination Campground and we are at Roan Mountain State Park.
Hey folks, we're at the entrance now of Campgrounds A and B. And the first thing you're going to see upon entrance to these areas is a camp store. That's right, there's a camp store here that has restrooms, it has a laundry area, it has a store, and just an overall seating area, some rocking chairs, that kind of stuff, which is pretty nice. Across from that is a very large pavilion, and obviously behind me, where it really matters, is a playground. So this is the entrance to Campgrounds A and B. So I'm going to do 4 segments of Campgrounds A and B, maybe just 3. We'll see how it turns out, but we have obviously tent sites only in Campground A, and then we have campsites only and that are level in Campground A, and then Campground B has a moulage of sites, but man, these are on a hill, and if you're not skilled at backing in hill areas, I would use caution, but they are nice enough. So we'll take a look at those, but let's go in here and see what these campgrounds have to offer us. At the campground store here are vending machines, there is ice, there is firewood, you know, has that burned firewood, clean firewood area. And then as you can see, the laundry facilities, and there's just a little room area, like a study room kind of. I saw some people in there doing that. Now you're going to make this turn here into this loop area, and it takes you into the entrance of Campground A. And when you come in, you go through this area, but on the other side is the dump station. For me, it seems like it could be a little bit confusing in how that when you're trying to leave and people are coming in, if it's crowded or congested, people getting in or out. But we have it, as you can see, there's some dumpsters on the other side, and then there's also some recycle containers. This is the dump space. I'd say 40 feet long maybe. Clean out, hose, trash can, another clean out. So we've got those things there. At the entrance to Campground A, immediately on your left side, you will find the camp hose. Paul is who we spoke to, and he's been here for 8 years. So he says it's the greatest job he's ever had. Angie and I want a camp host in the future when I retire. So if we can do anything like Paul's done, jeez, that's going to work out pretty good. Now across from Paul is Site 1. You can see Site 1's a nice back end. It has a picnic table, it has a grill, and right now there's a man and a dog there. And obviously electrical and water hookups. We'll walk through like we always do, and I'll show you the sites. The campers section of campsite or Campground A is a loop-like area. We'll branch off the loop, but this here is campsite 2. And we get over here, and here's campsite 3. Again, your tables and your burn pit, which has big creek cobblestone, which is real nice, and then your little grill. Plenty of space. Most of these are secluded and well treed in and free from heavy sunlight. It's Angie. It's campground 5. Campsite 5, and here is campsite 6, obviously a larger fifth wheel. These campers are in kind of close, but it's enough that you've got your own space. I'm not complaining. I think it's a great little area, well shaded. It's much cooler here in East Tennessee at Roan Mountain, and works out well. Campsite 7, as you can see, and then they even have a pull through here at campsite 9. Campsite 12, 13, and that's 14, and then here we are, campsite 15. We're on the inner part. It's well treed. You can see from my shiny head. Plenty of space. It's well and open. We've got some trees above us to give some shade. We had some rain today, which that's East Tennessee stuff for you. Campsite 16 here. You can see it's got a relatively large camper, a couple of vehicles, and plenty of space. They're burning a fire over there. So for a minute, let's talk about our site 15. Service, 30 amps, 50 amps. Surge protector, that's ours. Electrical line for lights. We have our water and an asphalt pad. You can see I parked right on the pad. The back side of the site, a little cooking area, picnic table, all asphalt. We have our grass, this grass, and we have a lady reading, of course, the truck. So plenty of space for us, and then we overlook, there's our burn pit and our grill, and then the roadway. We like to watch, we're people watchers. I'm sure we're being watched. You're watching us. Campsite 15. Parked in campsite 17. He's got a rather large Grand Design camper, or Imagine, and it's pulling with a big truck. Has plenty of space there. Now here is where we run into a new area. Campsites 19 through 38 are down this little road here. They're behind me. You look in the video here, or maybe here. I'm gonna have a separate video for those because it is separate from the other sites. We'll pick you back up on 39 through 57, I think is what it is. But they are all tent sites. And you can have tents in the 1 through whatever, but this is specifically for tent only. Those are nice sites, so if you're a tent camper, I think they're a good little area to use. So at Campground A, there's this bathhouse. I told you there were 2, right? So the first one is the standard bathhouse, and then there's this bathhouse. And if you see, there's a little bitty paved sidewalking area. Each of the sites that are in the back part of the campground that have handicap access, or disabled access, have a sidewalk to this bathhouse. So that's pretty neat. I was trying to figure out what made those handicapped or disabled and why they were that way. And so after looking at it, I kind of figured it out. That's a nice piece to have. So every site like this has a pad or a sidewalk that will take you to that bathhouse, and that's a handicap only bathhouse. Pretty handy. We'll take a look inside of each of those, the handicap bathhouse and the standard bathhouse, and kind of give you an idea with that, if it suits your needs or if it doesn't suit your needs. But again, this is towards the back of the campground, near where the RV sites connect to the tent sites. Here we are, we're at the handicap bathhouse men's side. I've knocked on the door to check to see if there's anybody in there. So you see our little tracks here and here, and it comes to this door. So we grab the door, pull on it, and you can see that it takes you into this bathroom area. It's wide open, so one space, it's got a sink, there's a toilet, and then on the side here is a shower. So it's an easy roll in to get to where you need to be in there. You don't have to go far, you can wheel right in, and it gives you plenty of space, locking mechanism also. There's a women's side and a men's side. Now across the way from it is this bathhouse. I'm at the back side of it, but you can see that it's a larger bathhouse, and it's in the center, if you will, but it's really not that far from this bathhouse, which I would say accommodates more spaces, more showers, more toilets, and more sinks. We'll take a look. This is the centralized bathhouse. We're going to go in. I've already checked. There's no one in here. And take a look inside. And so you come in, first thing you see, a bunch of doors and a large fan running. You can see we've got 3 sinks. And then here you have your toilet stalls. And then if we're going around, you got a shower here, and across the way have another shower. You know, I don't know if it's the cleanest that I've ever seen, but it'll work, and it's suitable for what your needs are. Mirrors on the wall, and then a hand dryer. So, you know, I probably could use some updating, but I don't have any complaints. I want to use it. I haven't used it yet, but I will. In relation to the showers, both showers, is our campsite right there. Not a far hike. We can walk right through the grass and make it to that shower. So here's campsite 39. This is campsite 40 and campsite 41. Across from them is 42 with this Class A motorhome. It's a good sized camper motorhome. Fits into the site nicely. Now, look up. You can see this one right here. We have cell phone booster or a Wi-Fi booster. They're buried from site to site in the campground. Our cell phone service here is nil, but if you latch onto the Wi-Fi, which I don't really care for, you can pick up, you know, whatever internet needs you have. They don't really want you streaming movies. Of course, you know, people do and people don't. Now, behind these 40 campsites, these here that I'm talking about is this creek. I really was looking for a site on the creek, but they didn't have any, or it was too small. If you come into the woods right over here, you can see we've got a nice sized creek. This is great for kids to play in. It goes all through this park. They say there's trout in this creek, and you can have a great time just right here all day long. So, and of course, can't you hear it? It sounds really nice. Here's campsite 43, 44. Again, there's plenty of space. 46 right here. Great little area. 48 has a little camper van. All of these sites are asphalt. I don't know that there are any full hookups, but you have your picnic table, your grill, and I love the cobblestone fire ring. Beautiful. Across the way here, 51, big motorhome. Angie smells people cooking on the grills, burgers and such. It smells really good.
It smells real good.
And campsite 50 with the golf cart. Behind me here is 52. They've got a horse trailer camper. And then here's 54. We can go in and take a look at it. You know, here's one of the other sides, but again, picnic table, electrical and water hookups, grill, burn pit. This is a nice site. And, you know, most of these are secluded by evergreens. They're not secluded, but covered by evergreens. There's all kinds of trees. We're at Roan Mountain, so this is an abundance of trees and such. I asked the camp host about bears. They don't have them down here. However, there is protection from trash, that sort of stuff out this way. This campsite here is 55, and you can see it has a booster tower. So we'll finish out with campsite 56. Big truck, little car, nice sized camper. And then that brings us back to Paul and Brenda, the camp host. That's Campground A in a nutshell. All of these sites are well level. This is good camping here. It's not 100,000 degrees like it is in Middle Tennessee right now. And you know, you get your rain, but it's really pretty. We went up to Roan Mountain today. It was a cool low 70s. A little bit of fog or clouds. It's 5,200 feet in elevation. So it's much cooler up that way. But Campground A is a plus for me. Again, check out Campground B in the upper corner, and then we'll also have the tent sites. Well, folks, there you have it. So this is Roan Mountain State Park, and I think that's a reasonable review, at least of the campground. There are a few other things that you could do here that we didn't get to see, but that leaves the imagination to wander and explore. But keep in mind, Campground A, Campground B, and they've got basketball courts, playgrounds, tennis courts, a pool that's under construction right now, event center, gaming area, state highway, and then plenty of other things to do within an hour's drive of here. So come on out and visit Roan Mountain State Park. We definitely enjoyed our stay. This is a huge retreat from the heat of Middle Tennessee, and a place to definitely enjoy. Until next time, I'm Eddie Ray with Destination Campground, and remember to dream big and live for the moment.